Good morning, guys. This is your boy Kavaski Airman, host of Humming Podcast. We've got part 2 of Love Levels with Tony Gaskins and 3 young singles, Alex, Mila, and I think the other one was like Diana. And Diana, she is an attorney, beautiful young lady. In the last video, I described her as someone who has a sanctuary somewhere on this earth. Alex, a young athlete. Well, I call him young, but I say young as in perspective of the big sphere of the world, right? So a 33-year-old young man who went to the University of Alabama. He's now an athlete for Under Armour, and he has many different dating, trials and different things that he's speaking about. And then we have Mila, who is very bubbly and sweet, and deep on the inside, she's just a good person. And these girls and this guy, they're searching for love. And Tony Gaskins, as the host of the or as a host of the sort of show or episode, we're not going to call it a podcast because it's a show. As the host of this, is giving these young people some gems and an outlet to be expressive about what they experience in the dating scene. Simple as that. So here we are once again. Let us go ahead and listen to what Tony is doing as he directs these young people in the sphere of what dating looks like.
Alice, what would you say, like, when it comes to a woman's profession, like, how much does that matter? How much does it mean to you as a, unmarried man?
Yeah. I mean, naturally, I want to be a caretaker. I want to be somebody who provides for their significant other. But if she's has a great job, like that's great. More income for both of us. So I don't find it intimidating at all. I think it's actually, great.
And see, I got a little gold digger in me. If if I meet a lawyer, I'm walking down the aisle. And so it's just something to where that's interesting to hear you say guys drag their feet. So it's almost like they're intimidated because it's like, as men, you could kind of pick up from women. So it's like, there's nothing wrong with you on the onset. So it has to be something internal that he's dealing with, that he's like maybe battling some insecurity. It's great to hear Alex say that it's not intimidating, at all. And so that's something to, think about. Whereas, like, have you ever met a guy who he was like?
Before we jump into this question, which is filled with this little explanation and popping this off, right? It's filled with some gems already, right? Because we get the perspective of what dating is about and how to look for love, not look for stability in a person before being in love. This is a life partner who you're seeking after, someone to love you deeper and more real than anybody else that you have, a friend or acquaintance, your lover, the person you lean on. This is what we're looking toward. And Tony is helping us get to the root of this. This is his job. And I appreciate Tony for what he's doing here, because it really does help us to understand what we are up against. And listen, Alex says, if a woman makes a good amount and she challenges his pocket, he makes an amount, and then she makes an amount and she challenges him, it doesn't bother him. So, and then Tony says, hey, if I meet a woman, she making a lot of money, I'm walking her down the aisle because we finna be set up. We gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? But Tony, he's 17 years married. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that goes into it for him. He's married, and he can speak like this because we all know he's a faithful man. 17 years. So it's not like he finna just today meet somebody like this and, go on this tangent. But he has a woman who he's very proud of and thankful for. And so this right here within this, we see Tony Tony speak to what we have now. At the same time, he's pulling himself to where he is also now. So we get a little bit of both. And it's loaded, right? It's loaded with information. So let us get back in and hear the responses to this question he's just asked.
He earned more than you, and he still was dragging his feet.
No, I will say the situation where I had someone or dating someone that made more than me, that was not our issue.
Okay.
I think he just had to nicely put it, maybe we weren't compatible. Like, I'll just place it that way.
Okay. What's your longest relationship?
It was my last one that ended in 2023. But we started, we were like 18 up until like 24-ish.
High school relationship, or met on freshman year of college or something?
We met in high school, but we dated college.
Okay.
18, I was in college. Yeah.
So you were a freshman in college or
Sophomore.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Because I went at 17. Yeah.
and it lasted
Up until 2023. It kind of like trickled on into 24. You know, if you don't like cut things off officially.
how many years?
That would have been 20. Right. Basic. Yeah. 5.
Mila was struggling with that math. I was like, Mila, you got me going math. Alex, how long was
Yeah, I was in a 5-year relationship in college.
you?
3.
3. Okay, that's a good amount too. What age to what age?
I was. Now you're making me do math. Let me count back. How old was I? I was in law school, so I am trying to think how old I was. I graduated at 26, so about.
Now, this is looking like an issue to me because, I mean, these people have their own individual life that they're focused on. And you have to be intentional about your personal life because it's yours. It's your life. So come on, don't say what ages were I in this relationship. Speak it with confidence. Be confident about what you went through. I mean, if you were 20 years old or if you were 25 or if you were 30, you know what I'm saying? Speak it. Speak about it. I mean, be confident and know this is my life. And if I want to have a husband involved in my life, I know where I'm headed. I know the time frame of different things that's going on in my life. Hey, by this time, I was a child. You this is what I'm saying. You have to speak about yourself as if your life matters to you. It's intentional. This is your temple. Our body is our temple, but God gave us a body that is respondent to food, to exercise, life, and disrespect, and anger, and this emotion, blah blah blah. The life it reacts differently at different ages. So if you're 17 and someone's upset with you, angry at you, or treating you very badly, at 17 you might be more erratic about this. But once you get to about 30, somebody does the same stuff, you be more patient about it because you're like, there's people all over the world like this. I'm not about to let this person drive me off, make me slap them in front of the world and just ruin what I've worked hard to do. So know these time levels and time frames, which amazing things have happened. You were in a 3-year relationship, a 5-year relationship at what time period in your life? You worked hard to accomplish this. You overcame things to be with this person. So know how important it was to you personally. Like, hey, my hands are off of it, but this is were you intentional in this relationship? Were you just getting through it just to fit in, being a part of the world, just saying, I want to be in a relationship, just letting this person have their way with you, giving yourself away for no reason? Come on, be intentional about this.
23 to 26, 22,
Okay.
23 to 26.
Okay. And so 5 years, that's a long time. And it was in college. From what age to what age?
I was like, so I went to Alabama for 3 years. I went to junior college in Los Angeles for a little bit. So I started when I was 22, and we like, I guess officially ended when I was like 28, 27, somewhere around there.
Okay. What ended it?
So once I graduated and decided,
Be real, brother. What ended it? Be real. Hey, don't play. What ended that relationship? Now you're using your fingers and talking. Tell us the truth, sir. Tell us. Was you cheating? Was you cheating, brother? Did she cheat? Did you scream at somebody or she scream at you? Don't use them fingers, bro. We ain't watching all of that going on. What ended that relationship, sir? You went to junior college, and that's a big tell. Now you was there. You say, I come up out of JUCO. I don't mess around. Now I'm here at Alabama. I'm the height of this. I'm the one. Tell us the truth, sir.
decided I want to continue pursuing like professional running. I got a contract to work for Under Armour, so I had to move up here from Alabama, and she like moved to the Czech Republic, and the distance was just not gonna work out for us.
Okay. So she was from there.
She was from California, but her family's from there. Yeah, that was also another thing. Like culturally, it was a bit difficult for us a little bit because she was white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were your parents born here or?
No, I was born in Ghana.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I left when I was 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a transition because I didn't speak any English, so I had to like pick up a bunch of things.
Pretty impressive. And you say, what ended your relationship?
Ooh, we were not in alignment. And I could tell it wasn't going anywhere. Like he wasn't gonna marry me or anything like that.
So you left him.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Okay. And you said the same thing. Y'all weren't in.
We weren't.
So how do y'all, so listen now, how do y'all last 3 to 4?
Don't do it, Tony. Don't go down that Tony Gaskins tunnel, dude. Hey, you see Tony? Look, he posted up. He did like that. He finna ask this question. If you watch Tony Gaskins' video, you know what question about to come out of his mouth. Hey, he finna ask this question. He finna say, I don't know what he finna say, but I'm gonna tell you what he finna say. So how in the world was you in this 3 to 5 year relationship with somebody and you don't know what was going on in there? Let's see what he says.
4 years and not be in alignment and not see that like in 12 months?
Well, for me, I just looked at it as relationships take work. And so in my mind, it was we're working towards something. I saw potential. Like, I think on paper, we looked ideal together. And so it was just, this is a rough patch, but we'll just work our way through it. Then there comes a point where, hey, this isn't changing. We're seeing the same issues. Maybe we just aren't compatible. So I think for me, that's what it was.
So you said 3 years, right?
Mhm.
At what point in the relationship did you kind of recognize like, hey, this isn't working out? And when you did realize that, did you kind of continue the dynamic, or was it like, hey, let's just end it right now?
No, we had a conversation regarding it.
Mhm.
And I think, at least what I thought, we were working towards like, hey, let's try to fix these issues. This isn't going.
Mhm.
Either we're going to make it work or we're going to end it.
Okay.
I think maybe that was maybe around the 2.5,
Okay.
because we gave it about 6 months after that, 3 to 6 months. And
Yeah.
we're like, this isn't
Yeah,
going
it's-
anywhere. Let's just
okay.
end it.
Okay. Yeah, I asked that because I feel like there are times in relationships that both parties kind of know, like, hey, this isn't going to work out. You kind of draw it out for a long time. And I know I did that for a little bit, you know. like for like another year, even though I was like, this isn't gonna work out.
Now, what about the compatibility? Because, like you said, she was a white lady.
Mhm.
So, how is that like different? Have you dated a black woman as well?
Yeah. My first girlfriend was black, and I thought I was gonna marry her. We were, very compatible in that regard. But yeah, I was a young college kid, broke, didn't have any money, so sometimes you feel like you need to overcompensate for like what it means to be a man. Like I tried really hard to impress her family. And I think her family only saw me as like a black man that just didn't align with what they wanted. And culturally, that was something that just like was just never going to work, because I want to be a part of a family. Like if I'm dating somebody, I want to be a part of a family that, invites me in and feels connected with me and stuff like that. And that definitely wasn't going to come from her family for sure.
Especially being from a whole nother country.
Yeah. She was, I think they were a little bit racist.
So now, ideally, if you just, had your pick
Yeah.
and you could kind of pick the perfect
Yeah, I would
woman.
prefer to be with a black woman for sure.
And y'all take me through that. I want to hear your, like, what do you look for in a partner? And if you feel like it's something realistic or is it something that you need to change?
Moment of silence, everybody, for this brother's relationship. Moment of silence. Hey, I mean, hey, I'm empathetic about your relationship, sir. I really am. But at the same time, when you speak about it, say they might have been a little bit racist, then we can't show no slack on that because we have experienced that many, and all of us experience racism, and we know what it looks like whenever somebody refuses to open their mind about what goes on in another culture that is not theirs because they have it fixed in their mind that their culture is the right way to do it. I mean, we see this in many ways. You know what I'm saying? That's called living within a box. And we see that. And it's not a good way to be, according to, I mean, if you are in America, you have to be understanding that this person has a right to freedom to do with their life how they intend to do it, right? But at the same time, they come from something. So there's going to be some roots and foundation according to the things that they love, but it can only go so far. So gotta be a little push pull tear relationship in that, right? Push pull tear. Y'all know what that is? I don't know. Push, a lot of push, and then something it might tear, a lot of pull, you gotta give, a lot of give, right? So I'm sorry about that for you, sir. Your relationship ending tragically after 5 years. I mean, it could have been a lot of fun times within it with that person, a lot of smiles, a lot of love, a lot of laughter, a lot of joy, a lot of dates. But to end it with a family being kind of closed off, thinking like, what is my daughter doing with this black man who represents nothing of what we come from, does not worship something that we think about, and so it could be a bit hard there. So that's not good at all. Now, leading up into the question with Tony Gaskins, which he just asked, let's see how they respond to this.
And we'll start with you, Milo.
Oh, wait, I'm not ready.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
What do I look for in a partner? That is a great question. Their relationship with God, are they in alignment? Their ability to communicate, are they healed? I know we all come with baggage, we all come with things, we all come with past experiences, but are they open to share and heal from that if they aren't healed from that?
I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna end it right here because I can't stop thinking about what you just said. So She said a relationship with God. Okay. And as an evangelist and as a man who understands that a relationship with God reflects from our regard for God's word and for the actions and the characteristics of God. So people can say, I'm connected to the source. I'm connected to God. They speak in this way, but it gets deeper if you don't know his word. If you don't know the character of God, the actions of God, the way he responds to us. If you don't know these things, then your relationship to God is not a true. Any people can say, I have a relationship with God, but still worship idols. They can say, I have a relationship with God, but still judge their brother. They can say, I have a relationship with God, but still hate the person who is less fortunate, the meek of the, can say these things, and it's not a real relationship. So we have to acknowledge the truth. God gave us his word. He gave us his son. He gave us the fruit of the spirit. He gave us a spirit so the spirit can fill us, transform us. So let us be here. Let us be here. You feel me? So come on. That's kind of what I want to end on. I want to say thank you, Tony, for the Love Levels season 1 here with episode 5. It is wonderful. I'm having a great time looking at it, and